Mates, it is day 3. I've had a pretty full-on day today. I suppose that's relative, of course. I went to the cafe with one of my best mates and caught up with another very good friend of mine. And I met his brother, not for the first time, but it was one of the first times I've properly met him and have been introduced to him. And their mother was there as well, who used to be friends with my father. But yeah, we had a coffee. We had a huge discussion. I think we rocked up at about 10:40, and we were there until about 12:40. So it was a good 2 hours, and we spoke on a variety of different subjects: politics, travel, religion as well. That was a big one because all four of us, aside from my best mate, a Christian, one of my best mates, Shannon, who I think I've actually featured him in one of these videos at some point before. He is not religious. He listens to way too much black metal for that. I mean, I listen to a lot of black metal as well, but yeah, I can sort of make that distinction between I can reconcile the two, but I suppose not everybody can. But yeah, we drank some coffees, we had some amazing conversations, and their mum at the end of it was like, you know what? It sounded like I've just been listening to a podcast for 2 hours, so you guys should start a podcast. You just got to get the equipment for it. I mean, I've already got the equipment for it, for my end of it at least, just simply because, I stream with a pretty professional setup. I have a really good camera as well. So yeah, we were speaking about travel, my family, our ties to Norway, Iceland, and stuff like that. And Dave, one of my very good mates, he has been to Iceland several times, and he was saying that the last time he went to Iceland, it took him, I think it was 26 hours with 2 or 3 layovers. He was in Copenhagen for a few hours, and he said that in those 3 hours he was in Copenhagen, he'd never seen more beautiful people in his entire life. Like, everyone that was just walking past, he said, it's a model, it's a model, it's a model, it's a model. Like, anywhere else in the world, they would have been models, you know what I'm saying? But over there, it's just different. And I pointed out the fact that I suppose a lot of those communities, a lot of those areas are a little more insular than they are here in Australia. So I suppose here in Australia, you are viewing people a little differently, it's more multicultural here. There's so many different ethnicities over here, whereas in Denmark, in Copenhagen, it's a very white place. Not that there's anything wrong with that, obviously. Yeah, but it's also a genetic thing as well. It's also got to do with what you perceive to be attractive. So yeah, that was just one of many things that we were talking about. Yeah, I ended up coming home, having lunch. What did I have for lunch? I had a bowl of salad. I had a wrap with Vegemite, lettuce, and tomato. It doesn't sound like it's good, but trust me, it's actually quite delicious. Leftover potato salad and a leftover iced coffee from this morning. And it's kind of, speaking of, I can only allow myself 2 coffees a day, but I'm already feeling like another coffee, but I'm not going to have one. I don't have a third. I don't triple dip. I will probably have my protein shake pretty soon though, hit the weights. And yeah, it's been really warm here today. There were a lot of people swimming out on the beach. I mean, I live on, I have a beach out the front of my house. I'm very fortunate in that I've got a little beach. And, if it were any hotter here, I would be swimming today as well, but I probably won't. Not today, at least. I will try to get a walk around by the beach tomorrow and film some stuff out there. I don't want to keep doing these in the same location every single time, so I am cognizant of that, and I would like to do that. I'm going to continue reading Numbers. I've read through Leviticus, so on to Numbers now, so I'm looking forward to that. Leviticus is really unique, man. It's God bringing the hammer down on people. And I think unless you're familiar with the Bible, you don't really understand how fire and brimstone the Old Testament really is. Like, it's not about Jesus, it's not about love, it's about God just punishing all of these people for their wrongdoing. But nobody is free from God's love or mercy. You know, everyone has that available to them, no matter how bad they are, no matter how much evil they've done in the world. And not Exodus, we don't want Exodus, we want to go back to Leviticus. I mean, really, when you're looking through Leviticus, like eating blood that's forbidden, the Lord said to Moses, "Speak to Aaron and his sons and to all the Israelites and say to them, this is what the Lord has commanded. Any Israelite who sacrifices an ox, a lamb, or a goat in the camp outside of it, instead of bringing it to the entrance to the tent of meeting to present it as an offering to the Lord in front of the tabernacle of the Lord, that man shall be considered guilty of bloodshed. He has shed blood and must be cut off from his people." Very harsh, you know. Punishments for sin. The Lord said to Moses, "Say to the Israelites, any Israelite or any alien living in Israel who gives any of his children to Molech must be put to death. The people of the community are to stone him. I will set my face against that man, and I will cut him off from his people. For by giving his children to Molech, he has defiled my sanctuary and profaned my holy name. If the people of the community close their eyes when that man gives one of his children to Molech, and they fail to put him to death, I will set my face against that man and his family, and will cut off from their people both him and all who follow him in prostituting themselves to Molech." I mean, Leviticus is just full of brutality, but it was a different world back then, a different time. And I still think there's so much value to be found in these ancient texts. It's the most referenced. The Bible, the Holy Bible, is the most referenced book in human history for a reason. And that isn't to say that there has never been anything written before our civilizations that we're aware of. You know, I was thinking about this the other day. There's only 3% of human history has been recorded. So 97%, the overwhelming majority of our entire existence, as a people has been lost to history. What other things have been written in that period of time that's been lost? Simply because paper, for instance, paper degrades. It's not going to hold up over tens of thousands of years, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to wish everyone a beautiful day. And if you've never picked up a Bible before, give it a chance, because no one is so disconnected from God's love that they cannot garner something, that they cannot glean something, that there's not a glimmer of something to be found in these books. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to me. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.